Our next question is on marriage. The question is, should we marry or not? See, marriage is not a social question, but this is an individual question. You have to take this decision personally. We cannot say that everybody should marry or nobody should marry. If you really feel like marrying someone, if you really feel that you want to marry, then you should marry, no problem. Do not be afraid of the struggles after marriage. Remember, struggles are always there. Without struggle, there is no life. So, if you want, you should marry. And if you don't want to marry, then you should not. Then you should not marry. And to take a right decision as for marrying, apart from just wanting, I would like to give a piece of advice. This is a project which will last at least for 22 or 23 years. You should maintain that much long. Because once you marry, if you get a progeny or an offspring, then you have to take care of that baby also. You must. You have to do all that important things which are very, very necessary for bringing a praiseworthy life to that baby. So this is not a very small project. Be prepared for that. Marriage is not really any problem, but the problem is really in your capabilities. Do you really have that much capability? Do you deserve marrying? If you deserve, you can marry, no issue. In India, our saints married. All of them were not unmarried. They married, and quite surprising to know that some of them had married not only one lady, but 2 or 3 or 4. Some saints are known to have many wives. So this is not ridiculous. It is just showing that they were so much deserving. They had so much capability. They had that much ability that they can maintain a life, a married life, not only with one wife, but many wives also. But nowadays, this question is posed, should I marry or not? You are afraid of marrying just even once. You are not capable of maintaining a beautiful life even with one lady. What to say about 2 or 3 or 4 wives? That will be such a great burden for you. And money is not the solution for that. There are so many rich people, they have that much money. They can maintain a rich life with 2 or 3 or 4 wives also. But still there will be suffering because they don't have that much discrimination. They don't have that much wisdom. They are slaves to their organs. They are slaves to their senses. They are slaves to different bad habits. So they are unable to maintain a beautiful life even with one wife. And there are so many celebrities and many other great personalities, yet they had divorced their wife. So ridiculous. It is not showing their wisdom, but it is showing their childishness, that they could not maintain a beautiful life, a loving life with his wife. They are lacking that much discrimination. So let us come to the point. Only maintaining a beautiful life with one wife is the requirement for you, and even that is there only when you are capable of that, and when you are really liking that. Only when. If you don't want, then forget it. There can be, I think, only 2 or 3 reasons for that, for marrying. See, if you want to take sannyas, if you want to become a saint, a baba, then it is good. Stop thinking about marriage. But if you are really thinking about marrying, you are not deserving a life of a saint. Better leave this point. And I do not want to say that even or the saints cannot marry. They can also marry, I think. No problem. They can marry. Either he is a saint or just a household, a common man. No issue. But that deserving qualities should be there. If your desires have become transformed onto the course which goes towards the super consciousness or to the God, then it is okay, don't marry. But if you are still having desires into you, then you are bound to give a right course to it. You should not suppress your desires. The way out always comes through the struggle, not out of the struggle, remember. And why are you so much afraid? Even your wife is having same the qualities, the godly qualities. Don't see her eyes. See that consciousness into her eyes, which is also seeing you. The consciousness is always the same, which is into you and your wife, and into me, and into everybody. That is the same, but because of different resolves or sanskaras, people are behaving differently. That is the problem. And understand the problem of your wife also. She is also affected with panch-vikaras, those 5 evils, and you are also affected with those panch-vikaras, 5 evils. So apologize her. If she commits any mistake, just apologize her. That is not fair, just to give punishment to others. Apology is also a solution. Doesn't God apologize you? He does. Don't you do so many mistakes in your life? You do. Yet you are apologized. Even the greatest criminals are apologized. They are not killed at the same moment as they do any bad act. They are simply given chances, and they live in imprisonment or all that. They have to pass that suffering quite the more difficult way. But why to welcome such things? You are determined to maintain your life beautifully, not for yourself but also for your wife. And be thankful. How can you think like that? Be thankful to her. If she lives with you and does all that, she gives you a baby. She is doing so many things, working at your home. Be thankful to her. Don't expect that much. On the contrary, create qualities into yourself. And a qualitative or a deserving man always gets respect. No issue. Do you think a deserving man won't get respect? He will get. I know you must be thinking that there were so many saints and other personalities also who got disrespect, even if they were very saintly. But remember, they got that disrespect just in our understanding. We are thinking like that. But those people knew the fact that the person who is disrespecting them is just a child. He does not have that much discrimination or that much prudence to take decisions, and he is doing wrong things. So they simply apologize them. The problem is when a person who knows the things quite very well, yet he commits any mistake. That is definitely something to be worried about. So, if you want to marry, you should marry. But be prepared for about 20 or 21 or 2 years. Have this much discrimination? And how can we create that much thinking or decisive power into us? I think that is only through meditation. Meditation is required only for a few minutes in your life. Just sit in meditation only for 15 minutes. And not only the marriage, but all other issues which you have in your life will be solved automatically. You yourself will have answers to your questions. You will have become questionless. Because life is already solved. Life is not a problem. Life is a solution itself. Respect everybody. Apologize others. Do not try to punish them. And because punishment happens itself in everybody's life, it automatically happens. You must apologize. Have pity on others. Do not be possessive. Do not expect love, but give, share. The thing is what you can do, what you can share. Love is unconditional. Love, or a husband who really loves his wife, does not expect anything in return. On the contrary, he is thankful to her. You have done so much for me, thank you. Do not think that things are just taken for granted. Be something like that and things are okay. No issue. And lastly, in the answer of this question, I want to say, from the beginning, understand the fact that the conflicts or anger, greed, disrespect, all those things which you are afraid of will come. Just understand it from the beginning. Accept this fact from the beginning. And if they come, they will also go. For example, when you are angry, do not take decisions at the same time. Just give a time. Stop for a few minutes, or if possible for 1 or 2 hours, and your thinking will be changed. You will be quite surprised that I was thinking so bad while I was angry, but now I am okay. Yes, the emotions just bypass. Do not be that much worried about that. Yes, accept the problem, or accept the things which are happening into you. Same the things are happening into others also, and your wife or your husband is also included in it. Be thankful.